The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown. All right. Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to the South Florida Live Podcast. Listen, I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown, and as we always start out saying, this is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. Listen, come on in, everyone. You know what tonight is. Yes, it's the singles edition on tonight. We're still talking about dating God's way through your past hurt. Through your past hurt. Guess what? We're going to continue the conversation tonight that we started last week talking about insecurities. Yeah, that was a good one. We had a lot of feedback from that conversation last week about dealing with insecurities, how insecurities can cause your hurt, more hurt. All right, so come on in, do that for me, if you will. Those that are viewing by Facebook, go ahead and hit the like and the share button, and also make a comment. Let me know that you're there. Let me know that you're there, that all the sound is great. You can see all the signal is fine. But mainly, let me know that you're there. Say good evening to me, if you will. Thank you for joining those that are coming on. Thank you for joining us. Hey, also, those that are viewing by YouTube. If you're viewing by YouTube and this is your very first time viewing us by YouTube, do me a favor. Go ahead and click on that little bell. No, first you need to hit the subscribe button. If it's your first time, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. It don't cost you anything. It's free. But we're trying to get our subscriber numbers up. So go ahead and do that. And after you do that, hit that little bell. Click on that bell and then click on all. And then you that way you get notified every time we go live. Okay? Do that for me. Thank you so very, very much. Come on in. We're going to have the conversation on tonight. Yes, we are still dating God's way through your past hurt, but we're dealing with insecurity. Yeah, insecurity tonight, y'all. We're going to talk about it. I know many that are going through that's dealing with this insecurity thing, and you just can't seem to find your way and get the answers to it. So we're going to help you out. We're going to try and help you out tonight. All right. Once again, come on in. Those that are viewing Facebook, YouTube, come on in. Join us on tonight. If you will, please, if you will, join us tonight. All right, those that are viewing, hey, good evening. There's Miss Ambrose Yolandi Ambrose. God bless you. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being with us on this evening. Um, please let some folks know, some more people know, tag some others. Let them know that South Florida Live Podcast is on. And listen, we are still talking about dating God's way through your past hurt. And tonight we're going to continue the conversation from last week as we were dealing with insecurities. A lot of people dealing with insecurities. Good evening, Miss Winston. God bless you. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you for joining us on this evening. Thank you so much. We're going to go a little higher. I saw some other things, man, in my research about insecurities, man. Listen, we're just trying to help some people with this. That's all. If we can, break some yokes, break some bonds, and set you free. How about that? Where you can move on and be better in your life. All right, we're gonna do that. Hey, so listen, Ms. Winston, if you will, tag a few people. You know, some folks that might need to hear this conversation on tonight. So tag some folks, let them know that the South Florida Live Podcast is on. Do that for me. Thank you so very, 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 very much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. YouTubers, you can do the same. Let somebody know. Share this information with you. Share the podcast information with someone that you know that might benefit. All right, we're going to give you guys about 10, 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Because we're going to get started because you know my crew, they can talk. So we're going to make sure that we give them enough time to chat tonight. They are talkative, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, come on. Let's go. All right, 5 seconds. All right, come on, guys. Come on, join us tonight. Let's go. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Hey, listen. All right, once again, this is South Florida Live Podcast. I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown. Listen, I hope everybody who's on, everybody who's watching, you experience peace and blessings on today. You had a productive day on today. I often say if you left the house and made it to your destination, and from your destination back home, that means you're a survivor. God watched over you and cared for you. That's enough right there to just give him praise for that. We don't want to take it for granted. Yet praise. Good evening, young lady. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Ready, set, learn, peace. Yes, yes. It's tonight. It's gonna be, yeah. We're gonna finish the conversation from last week, if you will. Hey, I got a few announcements. I got a few announcements to make. Right quick. I got a few announcements to make real quick. Um, Yes. Hey, y'all remember this weekend. It's that time. It's here already, y'all. It's 111. It's 111, third anniversary. 111, third anniversary. Listen, we need to be there. If you're able to go, please go. If you're not doing anything this weekend. Yep, it's tickets. It's $25 in advance, $30 at the door. So I advise you to get your ticket now. That eliminates you having to pay that extra $5. So get your ticket now. You might as well get it now. Okay, that's 111. It's their third anniversary on April the 12th, 2025. Listen, the doors open at 4 o'clock. The program will start. The service will start at 5 p.m. It's a listen. You see who's coming. You see who's coming. They're coming. They're going to have some major groups there on that night. So you don't want to miss it. It's going to be located at New Birth House of Prayer, 2300 Northwest 22nd Street, 2300 Northwest 22nd Street in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Okay. So you do not want to miss that. You want to be there. Trust me. If you go, when you go, get that ticket, you're gonna come back and you're gonna thank me later because you're gonna have a glorious foot stomping, good time. So let's go do it. Let's celebrate with these young men on this Saturday, April the 12th. At doors open at 4 p.m. Program start at 5 p.m. Okay, it's 111. Listen, they are celebrating 3 years, 3 years. And listen, I'm gonna tell you, I've heard these guys sing. They can put it down. They can put it down. Oh, yes, they make you pick them up, put them down, show enough. All right. So I know it's gonna be a glorious shouting good time on that night. So you don't want to miss it. Okay. You don't want to miss it. That's 111's. That's 111 third anniversary. Okay. This Saturday. Be there. Listen, I know a lot of y'all normally see me, y'all check me out. I have my beads on. I know yeah. I love these bracelets. 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 Guess what, y'all? I found this guy right here, the Christian Eve collection, Mr. Chris Everett. Mr. Chris Everett. Listen, he has hooked me up. I don't have to go to Atlanta. I don't have to reach out to no one over in Nassau. Listen, I have somebody here in South Florida. Not only does he specialize in making these bracelets, but he specializes in doing a whole lot of other stuff. So I need you to contact him. Contact him, let him know that you heard about him on the South Florida Live podcast. Okay. That number is 786 307 4925. That's 786 307 4925. And his name is Chris Everett. Chris Everett. And the company name is the Christian Eve Collection. The Christian Eve Collection. So let them know that you heard about it on the South Florida Live podcast. Okay. Hey, listen, Thursday, tomorrow, you don't want to miss the relaunch of the Let's Talk About the Things That Matter. The new episode relaunch. It starts on this Thursday, every second and fourth Thursday. You want to be in the place. My crew, once again, they're joining me. I'm sure they're supposed to be joining me. Pastor George Jackson and Tanika Bennett. Listen, we got some stuff to talk about that's going on. We've been quiet, we've been silent, but we be silent no more. All right, we be silent no more. We got some stuff we want to talk about. Okay, so hey, join us on this Thursday. That's tomorrow, by the way. You want to be with us on Thursday and join us, and we got some stuff we want to talk about. Okay, all right. So listen. All right, we're ready. We about to do this. We about to do this. We about to do this. We about to get started. It look like I just got the ladies tonight. Mr. Rob didn't, okay. So it's all good. I think I can hold my own. There she is, my sister, one and only Chantel. Hey, good evening.
Hello, 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 hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Had a good day?
Yes, I had a very good day. How about yourself?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Productive.
That's good.
Productive
That's
day.
good.
Productive day.
That's very
Productive
good.
day. All right.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you for joining us on this evening. We're gonna get this party
Oh,
started. And we got the lady with us. Look at her. Ooh,
Hey,
the fashion queen herself.
fashionista.
Terrell- yes, Miss Terrell Thomas. Good evening. How are you?
good evening. I am great.
Good. Hope you had a productive day today.
I did.
Ah, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hope everybody accomplished their goals on today. I got to start
Yes,
sending you that,
yes,
Chantel, too. 'Cause I've been
yes, I
seeing
did.
some people make sure y'all accomplish those goals
Yes.
today and during the week. All right. All right. Listen, um, got a good response from last week. And so I figured we'll revisit and finish it some more and talk about it some more. And that's insecurity.
All right.
Insecurities. We're dealing with insecurities. We started last week um discussing it and talking about having discussion about understanding and acknowledging your insecurities. All right, that was last week, and we went through and we had a good time about it. Without telling people they need to identify their insecurity, explore the root cause of their insecurity. But tonight, y'all, we want to talk about this. This hit me. This hit me. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but this hit me. We want to talk about how can insecurities insecurities damage present or future relationships? How can it damage present or future relationship? And I wrote some stuff down, and it says insecurity for those that are watching, insecurity can significantly damage relationships by fostering, watch this, y'all, fostering distrust, emotional withdrawals, and conflict, ultimately hindering ultimately hindering intimacy and personal growth. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Insecurity. Um, the cap decor today. Oh, y'all check that out. That we all have our caps on today. Y'all like that? Y'all
Yeah.
dig that? And we ain't sent out a memo. That's just how
Nothing.
we just connected like that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So it's saying that insecurity can significantly damage. It can damage relationships by,
Mhm.
listen, fostering distrust, having emotional withdrawals, and conflict. Watch this. Ultimately, hindering. I'm struggling with this, y'all.
You got it.
Hindering um intimacy
True.
Mhm.
It's true.
and personal growth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Um, and it
Right.
says addressing these issues requires self-awareness, building self-esteem, and potentially seeking professional guidance. I think we talked about that. But
Yeah.
y'all, it's some stuff that I researched, I pulled up that we really want to jump at tonight, and I need y'all to help me. Okay, it's we I know we're talking about how it could damage, and one of the thing is we said it at the beginning about trust. It says about fostering distrust. So you can have trust issues.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
Yep.
In other words, insecure individuals often struggle to trust their partner, leading to consistent questioning of the
Right.
honesty and loyalty.
Yep.
Right.
Not
That's
your
right.
partner, just anybody. A
Right.
previous, you get involved, you start talking to someone, and if you have not, I feel you have not healed or identified what's going on with you, you will bring that into a relationship.
Yep.
Right.
Break it
That's
before it
right.
starts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. Um Trust issues.
Mhm.
Have anybody experienced trust issues?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
whoa, wow,
Yes.
y'all said that quickly.
Yep.
Um if anybody that's viewing, those that's watching us YouTube, Facebook, put in the chat, yes. If you have experienced trust issues and you are still experiencing trust issues, because we want to it's about trying to help. It's trying to about bringing the light to
Yeah.
those. So Chantel, let's start with you.
Yes.
You said you have experienced trust issues before?
Yes, I definitely have. I mean, I've been cheated on before, so that kind of like
Ooh.
scarred me pretty bit, pretty bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, pretty bad in the past. So I kind of, from those previous relationships going into new relationships, it was kind of like I didn't even give the person a chance to give me a reason not to trust them because that had already had in my mind that based on the previous relationship that, maybe he would cheat or, maybe he wouldn't be a good person. And it was just based on, the past relationship. I hadn't healed from it. So in
Mm.
my mind, it just felt like, okay, one man's bad, all the men are bad. They
Right.
can't
No,
be
no,
trusted.
no, no. I hear you on that. And oftentimes that is the case
Right.
that a lot of times ladies would put all men
Same
in that
In the
umbrella.
that
same
ship
category. Right.
in that ship that they
Yes.
was selling that
Right.
caused them that catastrophic hurt or crash or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Um but is that fair?
No, it's not.
No, no, it's not.
Like I
Is
said,
that
when you have that insecurity, you don't even give the new person a chance to give you a reason to not trust them because you already have made up in your mind that just men all across the board ain't no good. So no, it's not fair. I mean, it's sad to say, but a
Right.
lot of situations are looked at in that manner.
so other
Right.
words after that failed relationship, that relationship that hurt you, um if you can rewind time and go back, what is it that you would do differently after that relationship than what you did then?
I wouldn't have gone to the next situation as soon. I would have took some time for myself,
And did what?
do some self-evaluation. um I don't know, kind of look at the situation and maybe what I could have done better or how I could have avoided it. Maybe I missed some red flags or something. Just kind of look at the situation as a whole and see how I could heal and recover from that and make sure I wouldn't take that into the next situation because again, that's not fair to the next person. They're just coming into the picture, so it's not
Right,
fair to them to be able to have to help me unpack something that it didn't even concern them, you know?
right. And I hear
Yeah.
you saying
Yeah.
that because a lot of times people have a tendency, just not women but men too, have the tendency of after it happened, not to check themselves.
Right.
Just it's all is I didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't me. So sometimes we just feel like it was just all that person's fault.
Right.
Right.
That's the easy way. That's
Yeah.
like a scapegoat.
Like a cop out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Avoiding. Yeah. You don't want to deal with you and what you contributed to the situation. Because it can't
Right.
just be you weren't in a relationship by yourself.
Right.
right.
So
Right.
I
yeah.
mean, but sometimes it's very difficult to look the person look yourself in the mirror and admit that you know what I saw that and
Right.
I knew that and I should have, but I didn't.
Mm.
Right.
But I think sometimes that when you don't take the time to do that self-evaluation, you find yourself in cycles. You start repeating the same thing. Like they say, you go through different relationships, but you end up experiencing the same situation over and over and over again. And at some point, it has to click in your mind, like, okay, well, maybe it is me because I'm dealing with the same thing, but just with different people. So
Hmm,
maybe I need to take a step back
hmm,
and do some self-evaluation, or like Elder Emilda would say, do inventory. See
Right.
get to the root cause of
Right.
why do I find myself in these same situations, but in
Right.
different, with different
With the
people.
people.
right,
Right.
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 Terrell, you said that you experienced it, you went through it. Um, how did you finally process it, and how did you make the change to say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I can't treat people like this. I can't take it out on the next person. I had to, correct it. How did you correct it and get to that point?
I corrected it by being more aware because, like for me, I like to, and whoever know me know I like to ask questions, right? So What I did was went back and asked the person, why did they do it?
Mm,
What was the reason why you did that? Because maybe it was something, but sometimes it's not you. And sometimes it can be you. You could have did something or provoked them in a way to go and do something, and maybe you neglected them in a certain way or whatever, because it actually could be you. But in my instance, they did that because they had insecurities on their own. And they
mm,
did that because it was something that's within him that he haven't resolved, and he just had a nature of wanting to be with multiple people. That was something that he had to deal with, not me. So, sometimes it can be you. You always have to do self-evaluation. But
Right.
sometimes what do you do when it's not you, it's the other person that actually done it to you? So
Mm,
that means they need to do self-evaluations and see why and what's the root cause of why they're doing it. Because
right.
you're hurting and harming everybody that you come in encounter with. So that kind of helped me to ask why.
Mhm.
Because what did I do to make you do that?
Right.
So, so we have to ask ourselves these questions, but sometimes it's hard to want to know the real answer. Because
Mhm.
what if it was us?
right.
Right.
And that's the thing I was asking. So sometimes it's possible to miss something. So
Right,
if you ever sit back and just say, you know what did I miss?
right.
So
What
I'm
sign?
sure, I'm
Yeah.
sure. 'Cause can I let y'all in on men?
Yeah,
Y'all
please.
should. We're not as clever as y'all think we are.
Mm.
Mm,
We're not. Our patterns are about the same.
mm,
And a
Mhm.
lot of times, if y'all miss our patterns, y'all just ain't trying to see it.
mm.
That's true.
That
Now you
I
got
could
some.
agree
Now
with
you
that.
got some. Now you
Yeah.
got some. Yeah, you got some on another level of manipulation, and
Right.
and they on another. But there are some, because I often tease women sometimes that we say God gave us what, 6 cents, but I always say no. God gave women like 10 cents. 'Cause a lot of times y'all know
Yeah,
that
we
y'all
know
know
it.
that
Don't I know it don't say
y'all know
Say nothing.
that it
it
ain't.
don't say nothing.
It just don't
Right,
say nothing.
right,
We
And then,
giving y'all
like
the side
Michelle
eye
said,
though.
when it happens,
right,
it's like now all y'all Negroes ain't no good.
right.
Not a
And
damn one.
that is true. I was sharing with one of my pastor friends yesterday who's in New Orleans, and we was talking last night and was having a conversation about something and about relationships, and we was like, t- communication is key. You have to pay attention to a person. You
Mhm.
pay attention to what they say, what they don't say speaks a lot. When they don't say certain things, you watch their actions and pay attention. I pay attention very well. Now, I may be a talkative person and bold when it comes to certain things, but a lot of things, but a lot of things I don't. I don't say.
Mhm.
A lot of things I don't say, but I'm very aware and pay attention. So I
Mhm.
like to pay attention to a person of what they don't say, and I watch their actions.
Yeah.
So
Shouldn't you shouldn't and this goes for men as well as women. Shouldn't you, if you at that point and you like see that this, it may not be drifting and it don't look this, like you know shouldn't something be said that,
yes,
hey,
Mm,
I mean,
yeah.
so like that next relationship, that next person you get involved with, other words, what I'm saying, shouldn't it be mentioned? Say, hey, bruh, hey, sis, my last one was like this. Now I got some trust issues.
right,
I got some real serious insecurities. I'm trying to work through them.
Right.
right.
But is it possible on that next one? A lot of times that's not mentioned,
Yeah, some people don't mention it, but I think it should be mentioned. It should be
but it
mentioned.
should be. But it's
Yeah, it
not.
should be, but it's not right because maybe they in fear of, oh, this person might don't like me, or it may turn them off, or they may. So that's probably why another reason why people don't say anything about their insecurities, because then it'll shed a light, because then you'll start looking for it.
Mhm.
So sometimes
Whatever
when
you
you
just
when
get
you
to. Mhm.
right. And then the moment you do display it, they're gonna already say, "See, I knew you was insecure because da 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 da." Then they start to pound on you more than what you already feel. So sometimes that could be a reason why people don't mention it. and they just rather for it to show up and then let you know why.
Mhm.
But wouldn't it be great? I mean, wouldn't it be okay to give them some insight?
Yeah,
That way they can be careful or try and, tread lightly not to cause anything to cause any insecurity or any
right.
trust issue, knowing that
Mhm.
you have these
Yeah,
issues.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
Then
agree.
then
Yeah,
then then you then not mentioning it and things going on, and then you might see something that reminds you of the past and like, see, uh-huh.
Yeah,
I
get
right.
triggered.
It get
Yeah,
triggered. Yes, a
yeah,
trigger. Right. Yeah, so
yeah,
I agree. Something should have been said.
yeah.
I
Right.
agree.
That's fair. I mean,
But you
give the
can't
person a
But
chance.
but that's what I'm saying. You can you imagine how many people, men and women, don't
Mhm.
say anything,
Mhm.
right,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you just stay in it?
Go ahead,
You
Terrell.
you may identify that you got issues, but you just don't say anything.
Yeah.
right,
Well, I don't
right.
know. My
But then,
folks, y'all that watching, that's listening, that viewing, uh, is that something that you should share? You should let somebody know if you got some you got some insecurity issues, or you got some distrust. It's hard for you to trust, and
right,
you're trying to work on it. Now, mind you, you got to be trying to work on it.
right.
Honestly,
You gotta be trying to get
You have
better at
to,
it.
like
yeah,
really.
you have to get better. Yeah.
Yeah, you
But the
got to be
person has to see
trying
it
to work.
too. You can't
Yeah.
just say it. You have to show it with your actions. Actions is a lot. It's a key to every
Mhm.
relationship.
Right.
So I have to see that you're working on. I have to see some type of improvement.
Mhm.
So the next time, whatever incident occur with you and him, you know, I need to see a difference. So maybe the person won't react the same way they acted the first time. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? So you have to see,
The
evidence
growth.
of you changing.
So
Mhm.
that brings us to our next one. It means segue right into it of talking about emotional withdrawals. Emotional withdrawals, because you can end up in that emotional withdrawal. In other words, it says this. It said, emotional withdrawal, feeling insecure can cause individuals to emotionally distance themselves. Other words, making it difficult to build a healthy or intimate relationship.
Mhm.
That's true.
Very
That
true.
is true.
Not even knowing it.
That's
But
true.
because you haven't recognized it, you haven't dealt with it, you haven't been open with it, now you
Mhm.
just withdraw from it. You withdraw, you pull back, you make yourself distant.
Right.
You start being short.
Right. That's true.
So
When
so so that's why I say it with the emotional withdrawal, it has to be shared.
Mhm.
But is
from
that
both,
something, okay, with emotional withdrawal, is that something that, if you know you got them issues, is that something that you need to just step back and say, okay, I ain't ready?
yeah,
Mhm.
I think so. Yeah, I say that. I will say that.
So, I
I
mean,
would say yes
Or
too.
yes, it's like a yes and no question to that, because
Right.
it's like a yes and no.
so give me the yes and give me the no.
Yes, if you feel like you're going through emotional withdrawals because of certain issues that you have, then yes, you should say something about that to let that person know. But on the other end, if the person that you're dealing with see that you have backed away for a certain reason, stuff that you used to do and you don't do no more, wouldn't it a question then will say, "Oh, let me ask that person," because sometimes it may not be the insecurities is the reason why they're doing that. So it's like a two-way street.
Hmm.
I I
So
agree.
did you even care enough to even ask the person, or you just let them withdraw and don't say nothing, waiting on that person to say something?
Mm. Yeah, I would say yes. Well, I would say yes, but I would say yes to letting the person know about, like, hey, I have these trust issues, or I have this tendency to shut down because I'm not emotionally available right now.
Right.
And then I would say no because maybe you just need that time to yourself to kind of, just get
Let it
yourself
reboot.
together and address whatever issues that's caused you to be emotionally distanced and
Right.
work on that. And then when you feel like you're ready to, then, step out and start dating again.
Right. I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
Okay. Now we got one from Yet Praise. She said, if your partner find you attractive they always they always feel you are going out every weekend. If that's not your character
That's not.
and you're telling them no, convincing them is not working, that's insecurity on them.
Mm.
Hmm. In the part of your attractive.
Hmm. If your partner finds you attractive, they
If
always
you
feel
going out
you are
every
going
weekend, that
out
is
every
not
weekend.
a character.
That's
And you
not
gotta tell them
your character.
no.
You're telling them no.
Convincing them is not working. They
Oh, because
insecure
they
with
made
them.
up in your
Okay,
mind
I get what
because
she
you're
right.
attractive.
Yeah, because she's saying she's saying that you may be an attractive person, but you're the type of person that goes out every weekend. So that may kick in the other person insecurity. And she's saying that insecurity is on them, not you. So
Right.
you can't, she's saying that don't fault me because I may be attractive. I'm going out places. She's saying that shouldn't have a reflection on you because that's not saying that I would cheat on you or anything just because I'm attractive.
Right.
She said that's your insecurity will make you think that.
How
Right. And
how's
you
how
can't prove
okay,
to them that
but
you
but
wouldn't
but
because
I'm
they
gonna
already
say
made up in their mind.
yeah, but I'm
Right.
gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. How much you care about the relationship that you're in.
To
Right
what?
there,
Not go out every weekend?
but now I'm just saying, how much do you care about the individual? How much do you care about the relationship? Because here we are, you already it's starting to be a rift in the relationship. So if I care about this individual enough, maybe I'm not gonna go out every weekend.
Right. That's right.
Yeah,
I,
I,
I
that's
I'm
agree.
gonna
another
I
go
thing
out
agree
too.
with that. Right.
Hmm.
but if I'm but if and I think what I'm hearing if I'm I'm saying hey babe hey boo whatever hey let's go out this weekend and they saying no all the time. That's not my character. That's not who I am. I think that's what she's saying. Um, and they tripping. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that
I,
being,
the
but
issue.
but also if you
Hmm.
care enough for that individual and you in that relationship, I mean, going out every weekend and not with your friend or your partner,
Right.
whoever it is, relationship all the time, that can cause a problem.
Yeah, but now you need to go ask the question of why they're not
It don't
taking
have
you.
to be. It don't have to be that they're being insecure.
Right. But it's a reason why they're not taking you.
Right. They don't want you to
So
go
now
anywhere,
you need to go
but
back and
they're
ask
not
that
ready to
question. Of
go.
why? Right. Because it's the reason why they're going without you.
But they still sitting back complaining because you still
Right.
going.
That don't make sense.
Right.
So you got to pick your poison.
No, you.
Somebody has to
That's
be willing to
that's an easy
compromise.
fix. That's an
Right.
easy fix.
Cut. Then you gonna cut
That too.
them.
Peace.
Chopping block.
That's an
Right.
easy fix. Peace. Because
Act,
you already got riff. And
right.
now you already got trust issues.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Because that
If
was
you want
right.
insecurity in the house, in the place, yeah.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
true.
But this is good because most of the time a lot of people will sit there and continue to try and make it work and say,
Right.
oh well, now we got well, whatever. And
Right.
it's an issue.
Right.
Most definitely.
Now let's talk about this because I've seen this. This next one, dependency on reassurance.
Mm,
Dependency on reassurance. Other words, insecurity can lead to a consistent need for validation
validation.
and reassurance, leaving both parties feeling drained and unfulfilled. But we're not even going with the both parties, but just the consistent need of validation and reassurance. What
Right.
is that?
Aggravation. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's
aggravation. You will ruin everything with that. Who has the time to keep assuring you that I love you, or I care about you, or I need you, or you, if you have to do that on a daily basis like that, no, that is a bit much. Because at the end, okay, so how you feel about yourself if you need me to do that? That means that's something within you that need to be corrected of what you don't see about yourself
right. And you looking for it in somebody else. I
in
think that goes
somebody
back
else. That then
to
how
low
could you properly
self-esteem.
care and love about me then? Because you that means something about you ain't is you don't even care and love about yourself. So if you
Exactly.
find it in me and I'm trying to give you what I got, then I'm gonna keep pouring and pouring and pouring into an empty cup.
Exactly. And then
Yeah,
I don't have nothing left for myself because I'm still
exactly, because I'm keep giving it to you. I mean, it's okay. Let me say this too. There's nothing wrong with validating your man. Now, I agree with encouraging them, making them feel confident and stuff like that. To reassure them that, hey, you're great, you're awesome, you can do whatever it is. I'm standing behind you, stuff like that. But
yeah,
not to reassure you because just to feed your insecurity.
yeah. That's something I think that stems from like low self-esteem.
Thing, right?
Mm.
So
Yeah,
then,
and a lot of times you got to be careful, both men and women. But I'm gonna just say mostly women. Whereas that validation of love, that
right,
validation of acceptance, that assurance that, oh, and when I think I said it some time back, where you like trying to get the individual to say something that they ain't ready to say
Mm-hmm.
because you
right,
need that validation.
right,
In other words, trying to get them to say that they love you and they're not there yet
right,
because you need that validation, you need that assurance, and especially if it's been an intimate moment prior to, um, I need that validation. I need that reassurance that you love me. I need you to tell me every second.
That's so
no,
tiresome.
that's
'Cause I said
yeah,
it.
no,
Because I say I love you. You need to say it too.
no,
I dated a guy and he was nice looking young man, but it was just something lacking. Like he always wanted to send pictures. He wanted me to comment on the pictures. We were friends on Facebook. He
oh,
wanted me to like his post, like his picture. I'm like, sir, you need all of this validation? You need all of this?
Yeah.
that's too much. If a person
That's
already
yeah.
got clarity
That's
on something, I don't think that you need to keep reassuring. But a person that keep asking on certain stuff, that means something was not never clear.
Mm,
So that's probably that can be another reason why people always asking, because they need to know something that need to be clarified that you didn't clarify in the beginning.
okay.
mm,
So that will cause people to make it seem like it's an insecurity when it's not. They're just trying to get clarification
Mm, gotcha.
that
wow.
should have been established in the beginning.
Right.
So
Wow.
sometimes it can be, come off as,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and it's not really.
Yeah. Yeah. And leading from there, from that dependency on reassurance, I'm going to go to that next one that a lot of times, to me, this go hand in hand. This one go hand in on hand with dependency on reassurance, jealousy, and possession.
Mm,
Possessive.
possessive. Okay, possessive.
Jealousy and possessiveness. Um, it says that insecurity can lead to excessive jealousy and possessiveness, creating a toxic environment in relationships.
Mm,
That's true. That's very true.
I mean, to the point as I mean, every brother that come and speak to you ain't
Right.
trying to prove you,
Trying to talk to you. Right.
and every sister that come and speak is not trying to prove you.
Right.
right.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
But because you're a jealous type person, that goes to the question too, how sometimes, how you're in relationships with a person, does it bother you that the fact that your woman has male friends, would that affect you, would that affect the relationship, and vice versa, would the woman be insecure and jealous of the man that has women female friends?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And but you know what? With that has to be that foundation has to be set from
The
day
begin-
one.
Yeah.
right,
From
right,
actually from day one. Hey, listen, this has been my bestie since we were in kindergarten.
right,
And that's what it is. My
right,
bestie. But when you in a relationship, that bestie only gets certain time now. Once
Right.
right,
they get the time that they used to get.
right.
I'm
That's
just
right,
I'm just saying if it's a
right,
Right.
male and a
Right.
female, because I had a bestie, and it was female, but that was set down when I was dating or engaged at the time. That was set down from when we first started getting, and
right,
they would let her know, listen, that's my brother, and that's how it is, da da da, to the
right.
point that if I was on the phone with my bestie and I came to their house, they would get off the phone. They're like, okay, let me speak to them.
Hello.
Mhm.
All right.
Speaking of, hey, how you doing? This so
Right.
and so. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I just want to be this. We were chatting about da 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 da, and boom, it's over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think
But
when you
but when you got that thing where you walk in the door and you hang up the phone,
that's suspect.
Yeah, that's
that's
a real
that would
suspect.
make you cause the insecurity. Like, okay, well, why you got to hang up? If that's truly your friend, then why are you hanging up the phone?
Exactly.
That would make you start questioning and really want to think, revisit. Okay, is that really your best friend? Oh, y'all got something
right,
going on.
Oh,
right.
y'all
So
have
I don't
to do
right. But
something.
is I have a really close friend, loving her life. We've been friends for over 20 years, loving her life. Anybody I ever start like truly dating, they will always know about him because that's how close our friendship is. And
Mm,
it's close enough to we always said if we ever got married and our husband or his wife did not like our friendship, we would dissolve it because we care about our spouses and whatever they think it matters.
Most definitely.
But I don't hide the fact that I know that that's my friend to the day I die. Isaac will
mm,
always be to the friend, whenever. So anytime I ever had a serious relationship, I will always let them know that I have a best friend, named Isaac. And
What?
like he has
Go ahead.
his
I'm
best
sorry.
his best friend is a woman, but
Mm.
she tried to try me one time. But see, one thing I like about a man with integrity,
huh.
when I first met her, I was going over to take dinner. It was I dated to eat dinner together, and she
Mm-mm.
was so happy to be there, but I didn't know that. So when I got there, walk in, whatever, speaking, and that was it. Went to the table, or whatever. So when I heard the name, I said, "Oh, okay." I knew who she was because he told me. I just never saw her in person.
Mm.
Right.
When I say this lady, she took me outside on their porch and said she wanted to talk to me. I'm like, well, for what? I don't really know you like that. What you talking about? She said, I will never forget this. She said, oh, I've been his best friend since we was kids. And he never told me that he wanted to marry you. So I'm pretty sure he would run it by me first. So my question was, why he got to run it by you? So then I turned around, I said, you like him or something in some way?
Mm.
Because her reaction, why you doing all that?
As
So
a
you
friend.
like him. So
Yeah.
I never told him. And she said some other things too. She said some other things to me. The reason why I didn't say stuff to her was be out of respect for him.
Right.
Yeah, but no, no, no,
No.
no.
Wait,
Uh, I'm just saying, nope. That should have been some things said because
you
we
and
got
you
to
I,
correct
I
this.
I said it later, not that same
The
night I did it. I
devil
waited.
is so much a liar. No,
Right?
what mama
When
say?
I
Where
did.
where you cut up is where you gonna get it at.
What that is true, but
No,
I didn't put due to
that
the
needs to be
nature.
addressed. Come here, boo.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't. I held it.
Let's spread this rat now.
He checked her when I finally told him he did. He checked her and put her in her place.
Yeah,
But
because that
you ain't
jealousy,
finna,
but when we're talking about jealousy and possessiveness, how,
right.
how do it get to that point of possessiveness? I don't know if y'all ever experienced it or y'all ever been possessive. But
No.
how do you get to that point where you just like what possessive where um they can only be around you, can't be with nobody else. Um
That's crazy.
You only go where they go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know that.
Is that
I think
possessive?
that stems from trust, a lack of
Right, a
trust.
lack of trust. You
Yeah, I
have
think the man
strong
passed.
trust issues.
Yeah, maybe the person was cheated on, or maybe they felt like they never had someone as good as that person, so they feel like, oh, I gotta hold on to
Hold
you. I
on
got
to mm-hmm.
connected at the hip everywhere you go and know all that you do. I think
Right,
I think ultimately that's just a trust issue,
right.
lack of
That's
trust.
right. That's a lack of trust issue.
So that means jealousy and possessiveness run hand in hand.
Yeah, because jealousy will make you do a lot of different stuff that you probably thought that you would never do. You would react to it.
Right.
You will act like when you love somebody and you begin to be possessive, you will act like a fool. You would do stuff you never thought you would, say
Yeah.
stuff you never thought you would. And then you looking like a fool and you out there on the limb looking crazy.
Exactly. And you don't realize it till after the fact. Like
Right. Like, did I
that was
just
me. I was acting a plumb fool out there. Lord,
So
That's
have y'all had jealous moments?
Did I have
mm,
jealous moments?
I probably in my younger days had some jealous
When
moments.
I did one time, I thought that. Well, I used to date Isaac too, so he had a friend named Chester. Now that relationship kind of it was like a thin line. So I kind of felt like, oh, do she like him? And so I said, now that I addressed head on, and
Mhm.
I asked him about it. And he said we had went to the restaurant. Something he said her down and me down. Let me know that that was just his friend or whatever the case may be. But he said, Tara, if you feel any type of way, we don't have to be friends. We can just whatever. And I said no. I say I trust you.
Mhm.
Now her I don't trust, but I trust you.
Right.
So, but what it did was it's kind of, even though she was a good person, now we all ended up being friends because she actually was a good person. But what he did do to make me feel better about the situation, he didn't hang with her. He hang with her less. And he
Mm,
talked to her less just
And-
to,
Yeah,
to reassure me that I'm still, it's just,
yeah.
it's me and you, but she's
yeah.
still my friend, but I'm gonna respect how you feel.
And
Right.
somebody said that besties must know their place and respect you and yours. And I
Right.
Exactly.
totally
And
agree.
have boundaries.
That's why I
Right.
say my bestie, they knew their place, and eventually my friend, they knew that
Right.
situation. But this thing with jealousy though, people, wow. Like I heard, like earlier we was talking about being attractive. You got an attractive man or you got an attractive female, you're gonna have moments where somebody might be a little disrespectful and look
Right.
whatever, check them
Oh,
out, looking at them,
Right.
whatever.
Right. That's normal. That's right. That's to
That's
be
kind of normal.
expected.
But you got
Right.
some people that can't handle that. Yeah, I know you. What, you want to talk to them? Oh, you want to get their number? Huh?
Right. That's true.
How?
That's right.
How we get to that?
Right. That's
Because
true.
I've heard it where people could just be say at church,
Mhm.
and because somebody came and spoke to you, and you stood there and had a conversation, y'all something was going on.
Insecurities.
Yeah.
Your
Most definitely.
insecurity will make you act that way and think something that is
But
not.
but but
Your
but
vision is
ladies,
blurred.
ladies, y'all say that y'all have women intuition.
It's true. That is true.
Now, which
Yeah.
one's gonna be now?
No,
It's
it's a difference. It's a
right.
difference.
I
Yeah.
said
Because
some.
a
I said
women
I
could pay
said
attention to a
some
person
things.
that their body language will tell
Exactly.
you.
Observing
Some
them. Yeah.
a woman body language, how they overact when they're around them or when they see them. You can tell when
And,
somebody
and,
likes.
and the thing is, once again, I'm gonna go back to how about us. We don't pay no attention. We don't know.
Of course
That,
y'all
that
don't.
that's
Y'all
true.
sit there
And
and
that
not
We
is
don't
true.
know.
Sometimes,
We don't
majority of the
know.
time, y'all don't know. Y'all don't be aware because y'all don't pay attention
Sometimes,
like we
you know,
do.
sometimes
Because
we
a woman knows another
don't
woman
know.
because we're a woman.
I
exactly.
used to
And
get
we
that all
know
the
that
time from a friend
sometimes
of mine and say, "Boy, oh, that like that they were just flirting with you, flirting with
Yeah,
me."
like
I'm like, they
y'all
were
be
being,
y'all
they
be
were
so,
being nice. They
and
were
it be
speaking.
true.
Like,
right.
boy,
It
I'm
was a
like,
girl that used to
really?
live down the street
A
from
lot of
Isaac.
times we men we don't
Don't
see
pay
it.
attention. They don't
And
see it.
some men we don't see it. We really don't. We just think people being nice because
Nice. Yep.
sometimes it's really hard to approach a woman.
Mm. And
So
someone could be spiteful because they'll know that the woman is dating a guy that they know, and they'll,
That.
intentionally go over there and be like, "Oh,
Mhm.
hey,"
Hey, trying to be
and they
funny.
see us standing right there, and they know we know, and it's like
And just disrespectful.
just blatantly disrespectful right in our
Right.
face. So we know in that moment, like, no,
Yes,
you
we,
definitely trust it.
yeah,
You don't need to be talking to her.
right,
now,
exactly.
so jealousy, man, that's a major. That's a major
Yes, it is.
jealousy,
Yes,
and
it is.
you can be clueless. Yeah, we can be clueless. Yeah, we can.
Right, y'all show.
A lot of
Yeah,
That's
time
all
true.
we
out
can be.
there,
Honestly. Y'all
skinning
don't
and
think
grinning.
so, but a lot of time I'm telling y'all, um, 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 we clueless. That's just like what that Eddie Murphy stand up talking about. Sisters. A lot of times, sisters done already made their plans. They going to
Right.
and they already know where they going to Jamaica dude, they
Right.
done planned this there. And we like sitting there like, oh yeah, go on to Jamaica. Yeah, I'll be by myself. Yeah, I get we don't see it. We clueless. We be so duh. So
Oh,
yeah.
man.
So I just don't like this. I just don't like to experience that jealousy, or I call it you making assumption or assuming. Because
Right.
sometimes we can assume that's on men and women. We
Right.
assume certain things, and it's not that.
Okay.
Right.
Right. Right.
But I say because you're assuming because you got a jealous spirit.
Right.
Mm,
Right.
could.
I
Could
thank
be.
God He never gave me that spirit.
That's
Thank
Mhm.
you.
that's true. That's
But
true.
anyway, so now let's look at this one. We gonna roll out on this one. A lot of times we get in situations and we get in relationships or we get involved and we're looking for unrealistic expectation.
Ooh.
Our insecurities can cause us to get into a relationship and really look for unrealistic expectation. Other words, insecurities can lead to unrealistic expectation of the partner, creating a cycle of disappointments and dissatisfaction.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Yep. Because you will have a false perception of that person because you're
Mhm.
seeing what you want. And when that person is not who you pictured, who you perceived in your own mind,
Yeah.
to them, you gonna feel like they failed you. Oh, this not the person I thought you was. And that's where that extends from. Your
They
perception
never
of what
were.
exactly,
Never were
because you
that
need
person.
exactly. But in their mind, psychologically, they saying, okay, this person is this, that, and the third. So the
Mhm.
moment you show them that you're not that, that's when they become like, oh, you not that person. No, you just thought I'm not the person that's in your mind.
Mhm.
You
Right.
didn't accept the person that was presented.
I am. Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people do that in relationships, even when they meet you already have a perception of who I am. Like for instance, like when you first, when before you meet a person, like again, like we live in a social world, right? So you see them on Facebook, you see them this, that, or whatever. So you already perceive something that they already have shown you that they that way. But when
Right.
they in person, when they come into in contact with you, you get and you're like, oh, she's not who I thought because you already created something in your mind already, and that's not
Mhm.
fair,
Right. Nope. Not at all.
right?
Wow.
Yeah, because you don't get the person to show up as their authentic self.
Right?
But you done made
Wow.
up in your mind of how you want
How
them to be.
right? Because how you perceived, right? But
Exactly.
the thing is, like I was even had this conversation with my sister. Perception. She said,
Mhm.
"Oh well, but people put on social media, which is true. Some of
Right.
it's false, some of it's true. So,
Right.
like I said, I told her like we was talking about, me and my sister. So I would say with me, when people see certain things on Facebook, yes, they'll see I'm a woman of God. Yes, they'll see I'm fashionable. Yes, they certain stuff that's true about me. Yes,
Mhm.
they'll see that I'm creative. Yes, they see I know how to cook. Blah blah blah. Yes, that is true.
Mhm.
But it's also other areas of me as well as what I don't show you on social media. And
Right.
that's the part you need to learn how to embrace as well, because that don't mean you were false. You just created something else that you wanted. So
Right.
let that person show you all of who you are, then make, just make what you want to do from there. But give
Exactly.
them that opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
But
Yeah.
Exactly.
but now and then with people, but you got to sometimes folks with insecurity that's dealing with insecurity have a communication breakdown.
Yep, that is true.
In other words, the individual may struggle to communicate their needs and their feelings openly, leading to misunderstanding and missentiment. You know,
Right.
they that just misunderstanding because
Right. But
they're
you
afraid.
could
They're afraid
misunderstand
to talk.
something in the sense of coming from a form of rejection.
Mhm.
Rejection play a major part in insecurities,
Mhm.
Mhm.
because sometimes when you're rejected by something or someone, your insecurities kick in. So now
Right.
you're going to think that every time somebody say no to you or no thank you, or they may move your hand or they may do this, may be seem to be insecurity. No, that's not it. I think that sometimes you could have a misperception of rejection
Mhm.
sometimes, because it
Mhm.
maybe not be that they not it's not that they rejected you. Maybe that's something that they did not want to do at that time. Or maybe whatever, that doesn't mean they didn't want to. It could have
Or
been a
maybe
reason
you could.
behind. So you have to be careful, you know, with certain things and how you approach it, how you perceive it. It's
Right.
really important how you perceive things
Right.
because sometimes all you have to do is just ask.
Right.
That's it.
What you saying, Shan?
No, I was saying, sometimes maybe you might feel rejected, but that person might just be protecting their boundaries. They may feel
Right.
like you crossed a boundary with them, but in your mind, you feel like, oh,
Oh,
well, it's me, or I did this, or maybe I shouldn't have said it. But it's
right.
not that. It's not always you.
Right. That's right. I agree. That's
Mhm.
right. That is so true. Because
Mhm.
boundaries is important.
Right.
Right, right, right.
Boundaries is very
Yeah,
important.
boundaries is important. I mean, they like you say, they see the stuff that you present, but they have to you have to somehow present what's more than what's
What they
out. So that's
right.
why a lot of times, don't y'all throw rocks at me in your shoes. A lot of times, I talk about the posting, the overdue posting, so
Mhm.
posting every
Right.
day, all day.
Right.
Uh, because even with that, that can give false, um, false, pretense of who that individual is, and then,
Right.
like we said last week, it can give an idea of who that person is. And
Right.
I'm not going out to eat every day and every weekend
Right.
to a
Mhm.
That's
restaurant.
true.
I see
That's
that's what
true.
you do. That's what you do
Yeah, but
every
that's
week.
what you see
That's
again,
what
but
you
that's
do.
what you keep showing.
That's what you show every weekend. That's what you
Right. So that's
that let me know you the person. If we get involved, we're gonna have to go out to eat all the time.
exactly. That's right. So that's what that and that is like really true. That is really true because the person show you that mean when you're watching a person, that mean okay, I'm gonna have to keep up with that. So to them, like he said, I'm gonna have to make sure I have to keep taking her to the restaurant because that's what she like. Cause she ain't gonna never cook at home, or vice versa. Whatever the case. But whatever, if you see a person that dress well, okay, you gonna think she high maintenance, and I might have to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I hear those your sisters out there saying, "Oh, well, first they just need to get to know me first." Well,
True too.
yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
but if I see already the book cover,
Right.
Oh, but you can.
But that can
Okay,
now,
differentiate
now,
the
now I'm
person.
now I'm making a position. Now I have the
you.
option to say if I want to read that book,
But
Yeah,
okay, look,
exactly.
Okay,
what's in that
oh,
book.
yeah, okay, but look at it this way
Or I
too,
done
Jay.
saw the title of the book already. The title of the book is that I got to go out and eat every week and every weekend.
Right? Okay, switch it to another angle. Okay, I use me and you, Jay. Right? We dress well. When we go somewhere, we look a certain way, we dress a certain way. How if people perceive us to be come off as bougie, as high maintenance. Oh, I don't want to deal with that because they got to have to find the things like they got to do this and that. That comes off like that as well. Because my friend Jabari taught me that. But he said, Tara, you so cool and down to earth. But because that's only because he had time to know me. We've been working together for whatever. But his first perception, and he used to
Mhm.
always like I ever even thought to date him, but he used to say, Tara, I never date you because you too high maintenance. And
Mhm.
then people misperceive certain things because of how you
And missed
show up.
opportunity
So you will miss an opportunity because of what you
on
present.
the
Like again, but
outside.
that's on the
What you
outside,
right?
Mhm.
What you assume
right?
is
Exactly. It's on
perception.
just what you see, not what you know.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. No, I totally agree. I'm with you on that. I understand. I got that. But yeah, okay.
I don't-
I'm gonna move on. Yeah. So listen. Um, so eventually, let me say this. Let me say that we're done. We're done. I'm gonna say this for those that are viewing, those that are watching, maybe those that maybe hearing something that we're saying about the insecurity, and you identified your insecurity, and you just have not overcame them yet. I recommend. I'm about to say I recommend Jesus, but no, I recommend you may want to find counseling professional,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
because I know you want to be happy. I know you want to have a relationship. You want to date and whatever. But it's not if it's still that cycle, and it said it. I read it about the cycle of it that's continue to happen. I think Shan said it was like cycle, like, hey, wait a minute, I gotta check myself because it's like this is the same thing keep happening over and over again. What is
Right.
it I'm doing? But it takes a honest man and an honest woman to say, hey,
It
um, it's me, it's me, it's me, oh
Right.
Lord.
Right.
standing in the need of prayer and
Yes.
healing too. Yes.
Okay. So I need to correct some things first. Because it
Right.
don't make no sense to me to have issues and then I connect with issues and then we just got big
Big
issues.
issues. Right.
Ooh-wee.
That's
Mm,
that's right.
don't want
So
that.
I know I got insecurity issues. I know I got a jealous spirit. That's something you got to work on.
Right.
That's something you got to adjust. And
Yeah.
you can't assume, and I'm talking men and women, not just sisters.
For
I'm
everybody.
talking men
Right.
and women.
Right.
You that's something that you have to work on. That's
Right.
something that you got to get better at. That's something
It
that you
takes
want to
time.
be better at
Right.
because nobody want to feel hurt.
Right. Nobody.
I felt it, experienced it. It's not a good thing,
No, it's
Mm-mm.
not.
and you
At
don't
all.
want to continue that cycle of hurt.
Cycle.
That
Right.
cycle of hurt.
Right.
Yeah, hurt people hurt
Hurt
people. We
people.
we
That's
don't want to
right.
keep doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta stop the cycle. Everybody deserves to be happy within themselves and happy
Well,
with somebody
with
else if the
somebody. That's right.
opportunity
And,
presents itself.
right.
Right.
And can I say this? Can I say this? And I know a lot of us have the thing where we say we love hard. When we get in a
Mm,
relationship, we love hard. Can I correct that? Can I say love under control?
I like
mm,
that. Love
yeah.
under control.
Love under control.
Right. That's the
It's
truth.
okay to love hard, but love under control.
Right.
Don't don't rush the love.
Right.
Right.
Force
Yeah.
it.
Right. Don't force it.
You can't force it.
Right.
You
Just
can't
right.
push it. You can't throw it upon somebody. You gotta let's if you're
Right.
that person that say, well, I just love hard. I just love hard. That's okay. But try first love under control.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Love
I
under
agree.
You
control.
I
love
had to
yourself that
learn that.
hard
I had to
too.
learn that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
I did. I had to learn that.
What you say, Shan? I'm s-
Now I'm saying make sure that the person loves themselves hard because sometimes
Right.
we tend to over you want to love somebody because it's overcompensate for something that you're lacking
Lacking.
within yourself.
That's right.
So you have to make sure it starts with you before you
Right.
go try to love on somebody else. If you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody else.
right.
That's right.
I said love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Yourself. That's right. Come on here.
Mm. Evangelist. Oh, shut up.
Come on.
Speak up in there, evangelist. Go on now,
That's
evangelist.
right. That's the
Yeah.
truth.
But yeah, that's something that was just that popped in my spirit. That just
Mm,
I'm like I know I hear a lot of people say I'm not gonna say it's an excuse. They use it for excuse, but you got some people that just they love. They
mm,
want to be loved. I
yeah.
don't know if it's that composition of the one that we talked about dependency and reassurance
Right.
they want to feel love. They got to
Right.
feel love. And sometimes they say, oh, I love hard. Well, once again, start loving under control.
Under control. I
And you
like
know
that.
what? But
Love under control.
yeah, but those people who say they love hard, like you may do that, but that doesn't mean it's going to be reciprocated. Because you
Right.
have people who will just allow you to
To,
do that,
to
and
do
they'll
that.
take and
They'll just
take
keep
and take
taking,
and take
taking,
and take,
taking. But
and then
that's
you
when
wonder
you need
like,
to
what
make a
did I do
decision.
wrong? I'm loving
Mm-hmm.
Because
on you hard.
Right.
a lot of times those that do that, they try
Mm-hmm.
to force love
Love.
on
Right.
that individual.
Yeah.
And for that, and there eventually that individual, and I think I said it before, that individual say, oh, that's all it is. That's all I need to say.
Yeah.
That's all I need to do. That's all I
Yep.
need to show.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Get
It
what
don't
I
take
need
Yep.
to get
Yep.
in the door to get okay.
And all they're gonna do
Good.
is
that's
keep
what they're
taking.
gonna
They're
do.
gonna be keep
They
taking
keep
and
Sure.
keep
I
taking and
love
keep
you.
taking.
exactly.
Mm-hmm. And
But
that person
that's
gonna
why I
let them.
say it hit me that that's fine, but try loving under control.
Right.
Yes. Under control.
Love under
And I
control.
guarantee you, if we start, I'm saying we, start
Yes.
loving under control, it'll be less.
You will
It'll
be
be
less hurt.
less. We'll find less hurt.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
You'll be less hurt.
We'll be more focused. We'll be more because we said it. We said it back last month. We were talking about the process of it. We have to
Yeah.
go through the
Right.
process. It's the process of dating,
Yeah.
Right.
and
Yeah.
sometimes we rush it, and we get because we rush it. And I told you, I know I rushed mine. I was like, I know the Lord was telling me no. I was like, I want to get married. I rushed it, and
Right
I
now.
just went, yeah, right now.
Right.
Right now.
I'm so tired of being
Being
alone.
No, I'm so tired. Okay.
Help me.
Listen, we know y'all know that, but
Better be
those that
long.
wait upon the
Be
Lord.
in trouble. Don't
Wait.
rush it. Miss
Hell,
Left
renew that
said,
strength.
Okay.
don't rush it, push it, confuse it, abuse it. Don't cool it. What? Rehearse it, bully it, hit it.
Whoa.
You
You
got
gotta
to
listen
rehearse
to
it.
things.
That's not love. Learn to love under control. That's right. I just said it. Go with God.
Uh-huh. Love
Right,
under
that
You
control.
is.
gotta learn to love under control.
That's
And
it.
no, you got to know when to step back some.
Girl say
Le-
Right.
hit it
Yes.
and
Learn
quit.
learn how to step back so you can see what their attention is towards you. So
Exactly.
if you step back and they show no effort, then you got your answer.
I'm
Exactly.
gonna
Then
ask
you
y'all
know how
this
to
question.
move.
And those that's watching, I'm gonna ask y'all this question. Why we rush to it?
I think we get anxious.
Why we rush?
Yes, anxious. Anxious.
Yeah, we get anxious and we see something presented before us. It's like, oh, okay, it's another opportunity for something.
And
It's
you
just
get
that just, yeah, it's just that anxiousness.
yep. So you got to step back from being anxious.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's true. So step back some because I just went through that. So step back because stop being so anxious.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of times that we rush to it. We
Right. That's
rush
true.
to that, and we miss the whole picture. We trying
Right.
to
Right.
see the picture before we even start the picture. You know,
Right.
Right.
That's true. That's
so
true.
Agree.
uh, it's like it's like a painting. You got to take your time and paint it if you want to. You know,
Picasso.
Picasso. You
Oh,
got to take your time. You want fine art. You want great
Right.
art. You got to take your time. So
Yeah.
yeah.
once again, that's the word of the day, y'all. That's love under control.
You might have
Love
to
under
copyright
control.
that or something. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
need to look. Okay,
Oh,
we get to put that over.
okay,
Okay.
on a T-shirt or something.
Love under
Something.
control.
Yeah, love under control. That hit me, man, because a lot of times I hear people all the time and saying, "Oh, I just love hard." Okay, but now how that's been working out for you?
Oh,
Right.
that's it
The
right
same repeated
there.
cycle with a different face.
How's
Come
it
on.
working out for you? You keep loving hard,
Love
and you keep
And loving the same
and you
person
come
that
right
keep
back
hurting
empty.
you.
that same result.
You come up with the same.
So
That's
how
why
do
you got to
you
learn
work
how
out
to
for it?
step back. Step
So
back and
I'm
watch them.
I'm here to tell you. Now let's try that. Try it.
Yeah.
Try it and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those that's watching that believe that they love hard. Try that. Love under control.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love under
Elsa, can
control.
I say something?
You go ahead and say it,
Okay.
evangelist.
I, I'm evangelist today.
Yep.
Listen, I know we on this panel and we pouring into the people, but can I just say that this has been setting me free as well?
Wow.
Because although, being of encouragement, like just getting, from you all, like pouring into me, like it's really helping me as well. I don't have it all together. I'm still
Yeah,
learning as I go.
right.
Right.
So
Me
this
too.
has been a blessing to me, even as me being a blessing to, the podcast and being able to share my
Right.
thoughts and, things. But this has truly been setting me free. So thank you, Elder, for allowing God to lead you to the singles dating God's way, this whole podcast thing. Thank you for your obedience. So I appreciate it
Yeah.
and I thank you.
I
No.
say it all the time. I tell our viewers all the time that what we're out here just being transparent, just trying to
Right.
find answers ourselves. And like
Yeah.
we
Right.
put it together either. We're going through the process as well.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
Going through the
Even
process.
while on the podcast, going through
Yeah.
some
Right.
situations.
Exactly.
you know. So we're just trying to help my thing about this all, and I always try and I've always had the spirit of helping and
Right.
helping me, helping anybody. If I go through something and I went through it and it helped me and it was good for me,
Right.
I'm that person that I can't keep it to myself. I got to tell somebody else.
Tell
So
somebody.
Right.
I just like to share. I just like to help other people. I don't like to see people hurting.
Right. Me
Right.
I
neither.
really
Me
don't.
neither.
And I said it one time before. If I hurt anybody, I'm just
Mhm.
hurt anybody.
You hurt
Forgive
me.
me because
Right.
I don't
See?
like to
Right.
hurt people.
Forget. Right.
I really don't. I try my hardest. I try my
Right.
darnest to treat people the way I would want to be
Want to
treated.
be treated.
Right.
Yeah.
Really
That's true.
do.
Me too. I try to
I
treat
really
Yeah.
do.
people
And
the
I've
way
had
I
my
want to be
moments. I
treated.
haven't been perfect at it, but
Yeah, we're
I
not
Right.
really
perfect. We
do.
make
Yeah.
I
mistakes.
really
You
do.
make
I really
mistakes.
I really do.
Right.
So but that's the word. That's the word for the night. Hey y'all,
Under
we gonna
control.
we gonna
Love under
love under
control. Love under control.
control. I
Love
dare,
under
hey,
control.
all y'all that's watching, go ahead and put it in the comments.
Love under
Yeah.
control. Yes.
Love.
Love
Love
under
under
control.
I don't know if y'all want to put it in all caps or whatever, but those
Yeah.
that's
Make
watching,
it stand
Yes.
out.
put it in all caps. Love under
Under
Under control.
control.
love under control. That's what we're gonna do.
That's it.
That's the walk. Love under control.
That's what's up.
Amen.
Yeah,
I love
love
that.
under
Love
control,
that.
y'all. Love under control. All
Love
right,
under
hey,
control.
listen, thank y'all. Thank you for joining me on tonight, ladies. I appreciate y'all. And as I always
Appreciate
say, I
you.
love y'all.
We
I
we
love
appreciate
y'all.
you. I
That's an
love you too.
action word. There's nothing
We
y'all can
love
do
you too.
with that. Okay. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Till
Yes,
next
sir.
week. Peace. All right, y'all been locked into the South Florida podcast, South Florida podcast. Thank you guys for being with us. Thank you for joining us on this evening. Yeah, somebody gave me some heart, gave me a heart. I appreciate it. Give me some more heart. Yes, love under control. That's what I want to hear. Love under control. Y'all put that in the comments. Love under control. Love under control. That's the way we're gonna love from now on. We're gonna love under control. We ain't gonna love hard and all that. We're not gonna claim to love hard. We're gonna love under control. So that's gonna save us. Yes, Miss Ewing, thank you for joining us. Love under control. That's right. We're gonna do that. All right. Hey, listen. Um, it's been great. It's been real. Once again, hey y'all, I need y'all to make sure that you 111 111 on this Saturday, 111. We're celebrating. They're celebrating their third anniversary. Celebrate their third anniversary, and that's this Saturday. At the doors open at 4, starts at 5. Tickets are $25 in advance, $30 at the door, and the location is Newburgh House of Prayer, 2300 Northwest 22nd Street. That's Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Okay, be there or be square. Once again, my man Chris Everett, the man that hooks me up with my bracelets. Check him out, 786-307-4925. We got Mother's Day's coming and we got Father's Day coming. So hey, hook him up, visit him, give him a call. Trust me, he'll hook you up, he'll do you right. Okay. Don't forget tomorrow. Let's talk about the thing that's matter. We relaunch tomorrow, okay? With my crew, Pastor George Jackson and Tanika Bennett. All right, join us tomorrow. Hey, listen, we've been a blessing. We've been a blessing. We've been a blessing. Y'all been blessed by this. If you will, we need your support. We need your help if you can. Whatever you can sow, whatever you can give. Cash App, $ Power and Glory. Cash App is $ Power of Glory 777. Power of Glory 777. Zelle is Jeffrey Brown, Jeffery Brown 2094 at gmail.com. Okay, what's the day? The day is the 9th. Hey, $9. $9 if you want to bless us with $9 on tonight. Yesterday, man, listen. Monday, if you missed Monday, y'all better go back and get Monday. Monday was so powerful. Okay. And that was on the 7th. That was a day of completion. But today, hey, if you want to bless us, you want to be a support to this podcast, that's our information right there. $ Power of Glory 777. $ Power of Glory 777. And our Zelle is Jeffrey Brown 2094 at gmail.com. Jeffrey Brown, Jeffrey Brown 2094 at gmail.com. All right. All right. Listen, I want to thank everybody that was with us. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being support to this podcast. I really appreciate it. Everyone that supported us on who blessed us on last Monday. Thank you. Listen, once again, I love y'all. That's an action word. There's nothing you can do about it, but love me back. All right. Hey, till the next time, I'll pray for you. You pray for me. Y'all, let's
email your idea for show topics to the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in to South Florida Live with your host, Jeffrey Brown.